What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with another video. This is the fight preview prediction of this weekend's WBA IBF junior middleweight title fight taking place between the champion Jarrett Hurd, who will be defending his title against Julius J. Rock Williams, who only has one defeat in his career. We all know who that came against. Jermall Charlo back in 2016, I want to say, where he was knocked out in the 5th round of that highly anticipated fight. But this is an intriguing matchup on a variety of levels. I think that people are, pretty much not giving J-Rock a chance in this fight. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with them not giving him a chance because he's a very good fighter. Had that one setback a few years ago, but ever since he's been consistently in action. He's fought some respectable guys, and this moment right here, this is the moment for him that he can rectify everything that went wrong that night against Jermall Charlo, and become a unified junior middleweight champion. Going into this fight, he's 5'10". Obviously, he's given up a height advantage to Jarrett Hurd, who is listed at 6'1". He has a 72.5-inch reach advantage. J-Rock does, compared to the 76.5 reach advantage of Jarrett Hurd. But Jarrett Hurd, as physically as imposing as he is, as tough as he is, and he's a solid fighter in his own right. This is a fight that J-Rock, if he can stay disciplined, stay focused, listen to his trainer, one of the best trainers in the sport of boxing, Stephen Breadman Edwards, he can be victorious. But even more so than that, this fight is going to come down to mental fortitude, resolve, the heart. Because you could outbox the shit out of Jarrett Hurd, go back to his fight against Erislandy Lara, even though that was more so of a back and forth brawl. But early in that fight, it was clear that Lara was outboxing him. Go back to Jason Wilborn back in December. He was outfighting him and outboxing him a little bit before. The size advantage and the physical strength and just the pressure of Jarrett Hurd became too much. Jarrett Hurd has been outboxed by Austin Trout before. The physical nature of his style, his pressure, his resiliency, just zapped the energy in the fight of Austin Trout. He did the same thing against Tony Harrison, was outboxed for 6 rounds and started, breaking him down, going to the body, and landing effective body shots and left hooks and uppercuts. So for J-Rock, he has to be on his P's and Q's. He has to be clicking on all cylinders. He has to know when to stay in the box, in the pocket, and exchange shots with Jarrett Hurd. He's going to have to know when to get on his bicycle, pop that jab, come in from different angles, utilize head movement, which isn't something of his strong suit, because he's going to get hit in this fight. He's not only going to get hit to the head, he's going to get hit to the body. And it's going to come down to, if he's really willing to go through the fire to become a champion. This is his second opportunity. And a lot of these fighters don't get multiple opportunities to become a champion. So he's in a fortunate position to do so. He's going to have to make the best of it. As for his Jarrett Hurd, this is, his second fight since undergoing surgery on his elbow in an injury he sustained against Erislandy Lara back last year. He came back tail end of last year on the undercard of Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, and he stopped Jason Wilborn in the 4th round. For a bit of that fight, he was looking pretty shaky. Obviously, he was trying to shake the rust off, even though he'd been training and sparring. You can't really simulate live fighting when you get in that ring, because for one, no headgear. For two, the gloves are much smaller. He was probably, training in 16-ounce gloves. So the power on those shots won't feel the same once, you go down 6 ounces to 10-ounce gloves. So, he struggled early in that fight, but bounced back and got the fourth round knockout. And now he steps up, a respectable step up. Julian Williams is a guy who's capable of becoming a champion and becoming a consistent champion if he's ever to obtain a title. He's a boxer puncher. Um, he's a guy to be respected power wise. Out of his 29 fights and 26 victories, he has 16 coming by way of knockout. He's been knocked out once, and he has one draw. So he's not unaccustomed to facing adversity and getting stoppage wins or going a distance. So he has that going in his favor. If you want to look at it from that point of view, but Jarrett Hurd is a guy who is just nasty. He's hungry. He's motivated. He's determined to walk through your shots to deliver his own. He doesn't mind taking 3 or 4 punch combinations to get his shots off, and that's what he does. He is known for his body attack. He's a tremendous body puncher. He also has the ability to throw some vicious uppercuts in close range, which isn't really hard for him because he's a tall guy with extremely long arms. So he can throw it from close range or long range. And this is something Julian Williams is going to have to be aware of, because the punch that really did him in back in 2016 against Jamal Charlo was the right uppercut that he threw, not from close range, but from mid range. You know what I'm saying? J-Rock squared himself up, went in to attack, and left himself exposed. Had his chin tilted over, and it was just perfect timing. A great counter by Jamal Charlo, and he boom, and he went down, got up, but it was pretty much all she wrote. And he would go on to lose that fight. Since then he's bounced back with some good wins. He's fought 4 times since then against Joshua Conley, stopped him. Ishai Smith won a unanimous decision. Nathaniel Gallimore won a majority decision. And Francisco Javier Castro knocked him out in the second round. So those are 4 consecutive fights. And now, this may accumulate in him being able to become champion, but it won't be easy. Jarrett Hurd is a physical freak with the mindset to match it. He might not be the most skilled. He's definitely hittable. He's not the most elusive guy. Doesn't have the greatest foot speed or footwork, but he places his punches well. And he's just confident. And at what, I think he's 26 years old. No, he's 28 years old. At 28 years old, he's only, getting more confident and getting better. He's making subtle improvements, and, this is a big fight for him. If he wins this fight, he has his eyes set on the winner of the Tony Harrison-Jermell Charlo rematch for a unification bout. It's a lot on the line for both men. But with everything being said, I expect J-Rock to give a great effort, a great fight, have his moments, probably be outboxing Jarrett Hurd for majority of this fight until boom, the pressure start. It's gonna be a body shot to start the down slide, or it's gonna be a perfectly placed left hook or uppercut that starts the demise of J-Rock in this fight. And I think that his punch resistance is questionable. You got to put a question mark by his chin, and is he going to be able to take those hellacious shots from Jarrett Hurd over the course of 12 rounds. Jarrett Hurd has a tremendous chin and a tremendous will, so that makes him even more difficult to defeat. Not to consider, not even thinking about his height and reach, and physical advantages. This guy is a mentally tough guy who relishes these moments. And while I think that he's capable of being outboxed, as I've given examples earlier in this video, I think that he's going to start to catch up with J-Rock around round 7 or 8. He's going to start to break him down, and I think that J-Rock is going to end up being stopped late in this fight. I think it'll be a late round stoppage. and Jarrett Hurd will retain his titles. But I will not be surprised if J Rock wins this fight, but I just don't expect him to. I don't think he's gonna be able to deal with the body attack, the constant pressure, the constant resiliency of Hurd. I don't think he's gonna be able to take those shots because he's gonna get lured into a phone booth type fight, and that's not gonna be beneficial to him. It's not, and we all know that. So for him to be successful, he's gonna have to be the boxer puncher that he is. Fight from the outside, give him different looks, come in from different angles, vary a jab to the sternum, throw it with conviction, then finesse it, taking some speed off of him, blind him, and come behind with your right hand and your left hook because he's a sharpshooter. J Rock is. Sometimes he doesn't sit on his punches, which takes the effectiveness off of his power shots, which maybe in his mind have him regretting, like, damn, if I would have settled down on that shot and turned my body over and committed to it, it could have been way more effective than it really is. But he's going to have to really, be in and outside the side, utilizing the whole ring, staying off the ropes, and, just be tremendously smart and sharp come tomorrow night. But I think Jarrett Hurd gets the job done and moves on to bigger and better fights. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you drop those comments in the comment section down below, giving me your thoughts on this prediction video. If you enjoy the content throughout the channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on to get notified every time I upload content. Until next time, I am out. Peace.